Hey Chiefs Kingdom! Welcome back to the channel, where we always bring you the latest and hottest news about the Kansas City Chiefs. And today, we've got a topic that's going to keep you glued to the screen until the end. We're talking about possible reinforcements that could join the Chiefs' wide receiver core, especially as the trade market starts heating up. But before we dive into this discussion, make sure to hit that like button because it helps our channel grow and continue bringing exclusive content to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't waste time and subscribe now. Now let's dive into this story and see how these new names could change the fate of our Chiefs this season. The Kansas City Chiefs are currently the only undefeated team in the league after 7 weeks. We know that this is a point of pride for any fan, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The team has been facing a real battle with injuries, especially at the wide receiver position, which has left fans worried about how the offense will remain competitive. This situation prompted Chiefs general manager Brett Veach to act quickly and look for reinforcements in the market, as was the case with the recent trade for veteran DeAndre Hopkins, who came from the Tennessee Titans. But is DeAndre Hopkins alone enough to give the offense a boost and keep the team competitive? The truth is, if this season has taught us anything, it's that it's better to always be prepared for the unexpected. After all, what happens if someone else gets injured? And how do we ensure that Mahomes has the best options to lead the Chiefs to another Super Bowl? That's exactly what we're going to discuss today, and let me tell you, there are some very interesting names in the free agent market who could make a difference. The desperation for reinforcements. In recent weeks, Chiefs fans have been insisting that the team makes more moves in the market to bring reinforcements to the wide receiver core. This is because, after losing Rashee Rice and Marquise Hollywood Brown for the rest of the season, and now with Juju Smith-Schuster out due to a tendon injury, the group has been left quite depleted. Currently, Patrick Mahomes' receiving core includes the newly acquired Hopkins, a speedy rookie in Xavier Worthy, the veteran Mecole Hardman, the reliable Justin Watson, and Sky Moore, who still has a lot to prove. Of course, DeAndre Hopkins brings experience and skill, but adapting to Andy Reid's system might take some time, and during that time, the pressure to maintain the undefeated record grows with each passing week. That's why many believe Brett Veach should go beyond just negotiating trades and consider some of the free agents who are still available in the market. After all, a reinforcement could be exactly what the team needs to give the offense some stability and ensure that Mahomes always has a reliable option on the field. Market options. Hunter Renfro. Let's start by talking about one of the most interesting options that could be available to the Chiefs. Hunter Renfro. This name should be familiar to fans, as Renfro spent 5 years facing Kansas City when he played for the Las Vegas Raiders. And let's be honest, he knows very well how the Chiefs play. In 2021, Renfro had a standout season, racking up over 1,000 receiving yards. Although he hasn't shined for a while, he still has the potential to help an offense that needs reliable targets. At almost 29 years old, Renfro is still in good shape and has plenty of experience to make a difference on the field. Moreover, his ability to play in the slot could be an important weapon for Andy Reid's scheme, who loves to vary plays and explore different formations. And just imagine Chiefs Kingdom, Renfro arriving and making his debut right against his former team, the Raiders, in Week 8. It would be a great story to follow, wouldn't it? But what do you think? Would Renfro be able to adapt quickly and prove that he still has gas left in the tank? Richie James. The return? Another name that deserves attention is Richie James. Remember him? Yes, the same player who had a brief stint with the Chiefs in 2023 but ended up getting injured at the start of the season and was released shortly after. However, Richie James has already shown that he knows Andy Reid's system. And we know how much Reid likes to bring back players who already understand his offensive playbook. This makes James a choice that could integrate quickly into the team. Richie James is looking for a new opportunity, and it would be interesting to see him redeem himself in the same place where his last contract ended. In 2023, when he returned from injury, he had some good moments, and even managed a few important receptions for first downs. Now, at 29 years old, he could not only contribute to the offense, but also help on special teams, which is always a plus when we're talking about a team aiming to be champion again. Michael Thomas. The experience they need? But if the Chiefs want to be a bit bolder and invest in experience, perhaps Michael Thomas is the answer. The former New Orleans Saints player is one of the biggest names available on the market, even though he's far from his peak. But let's be honest, What Thomas has accomplished in the NFL is something many can only dream of. In 2019, he was named Offensive Player of the Year, with nearly 1,800 receiving yards. Since then, injuries have hampered his career, and he ended up without a team after a series of physical setbacks. But if there's one place where injured players can find a second chance, it's Kansas City with Andy Reid. Would it be a risky move? Definitely. However, Thomas could bring a physical dimension to the Chiefs' passing game that is currently missing. Imagine him fighting for those contested catches and being a safe target for Mahomes in the most critical moments of the season. So, Chiefs Kingdom? Is it worth the risk? Other interesting options: McKenzie, Gage, and Claypool. Besides these big names, there are other interesting options in the free agent market, like Isaiah McKenzie, Russell Gage, and even Chase Claypool. Each of these players brings different qualities that could add to the Chiefs' offense in unique ways. McKenzie is fast and explosive, but he might not be what the team needs right now since they already have players like that. Gage, on the other hand, has a history of solid seasons and could play in more physical game situations. He also has experience playing as a quarterback, so who knows, maybe Andy Reid could come up with some trick plays? As for Claypool, despite his reputation for being difficult, he could find in Kansas City a favorable environment to turn things around. At 26 years old, he still has a lot to prove, and alongside players like DeAndre Hopkins and Mahomes, he could reinvent himself. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Should Brett Veach bet on one of these names to strengthen the Chiefs' receiving core? Or rely on the recovery of our players and DeAndre Hopkins' adaptation? The truth is, we're facing a season full of challenges, but it could be historic if the right moves are made. So, leave your opinion in the comments about which of these free agents would be the best option for our team. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any news about our Chiefs. See you in the next one. And here's to another win to keep the unbeaten streak alive.